So the fear of failure is actually depriving you so many opportunities. I mean, think about it. When you are afraid of failing, you'll always have your gut high. You'll always think so much before you take risk. Anyway, I'm here to tell you that the fear of failure, is something that is depriving you a lot of opportunities. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you several tips on how you can get over this fear and actually do something that you want to do and make it amazing. So, fear. It's normal for us to be afraid of failure, because with failure comes shame, embarrassment, and it comes with also waste of your time and resources and so many other things. So when you're actually afraid of doing something because you will fail, this actually will pull you away from doing that thing. For instance, if you want to start a YouTube channel and you are afraid that you will fail, and you don't want to fail because no one wants to fail, to be honest. No matter how amazing the failure is going to change your life, because we learn from our failures. But the truth is that no one usually wants to fail, and that's the truth. So the moment you think that if I do this, I'm going to fail, and if I'm going to fail, then things are going to suck. And when you are in such a state, then you won't do something. You won't get out of your comfort zone, because you'll conclude that doing that I will waste my time and I'm not going to succeed. So there's no point of doing that. So forgetting that, when you actually stop doing things because you're afraid of failure, because you're afraid that that thing is not going to work out the way you expect, then actually this one is depriving you so many opportunities. For instance, let me talk about the YouTube channel here. So you think of starting a YouTube channel and you tell yourself, you know what, this YouTube channel is not going to work out. It's not going to work out at all, because I just feel if I keep on publishing these videos and for about 1 year and nothing happens, then you know what, I'm going to blame myself. I'm going to be in a bad position, and things are going to suck for me. Yeah, that's the truth, by the way. For when you are committed to something for about a year and it doesn't work out the way you expect it to work out, then you're going to feel bad about it. So you're going to blame yourself. You're going to hate yourself because of the failure that you faced. So the truth, failures. To be honest, let me be honest about one thing here. You can never escape failure. Failure will always be there. Failure is what will always be there. So if you just allow fear to be in front of you, if you let fear to control everything that you want to do, if you let fear be your guideline, then you're not going to do a lot of things. You're not going to start that YouTube channel that you wanted to start. You're not going to create that first article that you wanted to publish on your website. You are not going to approach that amazing person that you wanted to have. You had a crush for a while. You're not going to travel because if you wanted to travel, you're not going to travel because you'll be afraid of what things might happen along the way, to be honest. So fear actually is depriving you a lot of opportunities than you know. So think about how many times have you not done something because you are afraid that's going to fail. Ask yourself. And ask yourself, what if you did those things that you are afraid will fail? What will happen? There's only two things that can happen here. When you actually do something that you are afraid of doing something, and you think that if I do this something, I'll fail or either pass. There are two things that can happen. If you think of doing something, there are always two options. You can either succeed at that thing, or you can either fail at that thing. That's it. So the moment you're afraid, the moment you let fear guide you, then you know what, fear will always take the upper hand. Fear will always stop you from doing what you want to do, because human beings, we are sometimes we are controlled by the fear, because fear is what actually prevents most of the people to take risk. People don't take risks because they're afraid of what the risk might bring to them. If you take risk, if you're an entrepreneur and you take a risk, what if the business doesn't work out the way you want it to be? So when you think about that, you stop investing your money. You'll stop that entrepreneurial thing that you want to do. You'll stop that because you're afraid actually you're going to lose money, and what you're doing, the business that you want to start, won't bring anything. But the truth is that, as I told you, you can never escape these failures. Failures will always be there. So if you let fear be the guideline of the things that you want to do, then there is no way you are going to do it. So you don't have to let fear guide you anymore. You don't have to let fear guide you anymore, because trust me, that thing that you wanted to do last year, if you did that thing, you could have either failed or you could have either succeeded on that thing. If you failed, then you know what, you could have just learned some lesson from that. You know, we learn from our failures. You learn from your failure. If you have done something and it has failed, then the next time you'll come up with the better strategies of doing the same thing even better. But if you keep on escaping things, not doing things because you think that they're going to fail, then actually you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to learn anything. You're going to be stuck, and there's no way you'll improve. There's no way you'll push your limits. There's no way you'll find yourself at a better position, because you're always afraid of failure. So be someone who doesn't care about failure. You know, don't care about failure. You have to you have to fail for you to know more about what you want to do. So for instance, if I'm a blogger here. Let me talk about my situation. I'm a blogger. I do have several websites that I do publish articles on. So I started my first website when I finished high school. It was in 2018. I finished high school in 2018, and I started that website. That website failed terribly. But you know what? From that failure, I learned so much from that website. I learned how I can structure my articles. I learned how to do a search engine optimization. I learned how to optimize images for websites. I learned how to deal with technical issues on the website. So when I started the second website, it eventually succeeded, because you know what? I failed previously and I had knowledge. You know, the failure that I had, you know, gave me the knowledge to create a better website. I created another website, and it succeeded, and I started earning money from the new website that I created. So ask yourself, what if I decided, you know what, I'm not going to start this website because I don't have an idea of how to do this, and I'm going to fail. So ask yourself, what if I did not start that website at all? What if I did not start my first website? Then this means I couldn't have had the idea that I had later on to start the new website that actually was a success. So that is what I'm here to tell you. The failure that actually you will face. Don't be afraid of failure. You just welcome failure. You know, just welcome it. You know what? I'm not telling you that you should do things with the intention of failing, but at least you should just take yourself out there. Do those things, you know. Do those things that you want to do. Because trust me, the failure that you'll get from that, you're going to learn several things. And when you fail at something, and you next time you do the same thing again, then this means you are going to have a better strategies of handling that thing that you are dealing with. That's the fact. That's the fact. So you know what? Don't be afraid of failure. Because if you're afraid to do something because you think you'll fail, then you won't do it. And if you won't do it, then you won't know more about that thing. And this means you won't improve yourself. You won't be where you want to be. You won't start that business that you wanted to start. You won't start that YouTube channel that you wanted to start. You won't approach that person that you wanted to have in your life. Your failure, when it comes to approaching a person, we all talk about the fear of being rejected. If you are afraid of that, if you approach someone, you'll be rejected, and you don't approach at all, then you know what? You'll remain single forever. That's it. That's the truth. Actually, so this fear is depriving you so many opportunities than you can ever imagine. So you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be afraid of doing something because you think that it's going to fail. What I can tell you is that welcome the fear. Not fear. Welcome the failure, sorry. You have to welcome the failure. Let the failure be your friend, because you can learn so much from your failed project. You can learn so much from failed relationships. You can learn so much from so many things that failed. And actually, this is going to give you an opportunity to explore more things about the project that you're working on. So the first thing here, so if you want to get rid of the fear, you want to get over the fear of failure. So you know what, the first thing you should just get yourself out there. You just have to do that and welcome the failure, because you can learn so much from the failure. That's the first thing you have to do. The second thing you have to do is that if you have to get over the failure you want to get over the fear of failing. So the second thing you can do here is just to have a positive mindset. Have a positive mindset. You know, when you are afraid of failure, it's because you have a negative mindset. this mindset that you have within you are just telling yourself that if I do this, I'm going to fail, and I'm not going to be where I want to be. You're telling yourself that you're going to fail, and the moment you tell yourself that you're going to fail, then you will instill that into your mind. And when you instill that into your mind, this means it will stick here, it will stick inside here, and the only thing you'll be thinking of is about failure, and you won't think about success. And if you won't think about success, then the chances of you doing that project that you want to do, the chances of you starting that YouTube channel, the chances of you starting that website, the chances of you approaching that person are going to be very minimal. You're not going to do it because you are afraid. You are afraid because all you think about is failure. So have a positive mindset. Give yourself a benefit of the doubt here. Tell yourself that you're going to do it. Tell yourself that you're actually going to make this thing work. So this positive mindset is what will push you. Is what will push you toward those opportunities that you want to take hard on. This positive mindset is what will push you to do those things that you're afraid of. This opportunity, this positive mindset is what will keep pushing you toward the things that you want to do, and you eventually do them. So this is something that I thought I really had to share, because it's something that prevents most of the people from doing so many things out there, things that can potentially change their lives, because they're afraid that those things are going to fail. So ask yourself, if I did not start this YouTube channel because maybe I thought if I start the YouTube channel it's going to fail, then I couldn't have known you. I couldn't have known those people who I met during this journey of YouTube thing. I couldn't have met several people along the journey because I didn't take myself out there. I didn't push myself out there because I was afraid of failure. But look at me right now. I'm doing this YouTube channel because I gave myself that benefit of the doubt. I'm going to do this YouTube thing, and I'm sure it's going to succeed, and I'm doing it right now. So what I can tell you is that if you let the fear guide you, be your guideline. If you let the fear take the forefront, that you tell yourself that you'll eventually fail if you do this and this, then you know what? You'll never do things, and you'll miss so many opportunities out there. And you'll find other people doing the things that you are afraid you are going to fail. Other people will be doing them, and they will be succeeding, and you will blame yourself for that, and you will hate yourself for that. But anyway, the good thing is that you have found this advice early in advance. So make use of it, and don't ever let fear guide you. Don't ever let fear tell you what to do. Don't ever let fear control your life, because you know what you want. So you know what? Welcome the fear of failure, and if you fail, you learn from that. And another thing you should do is just have a positive mindset. So guys, that is what I really wanted to share with you. If you like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, subscribe to this channel so that you keep on seeing similar content, and I'll see you in the next one.